The spiritual perspective of spiritual Christianity offers a robust framework to counter common theological and philosophical opinions grounded in natural reasoning, particularly those that erroneously attribute the properties of space and time to the divine being. This nuanced understanding helps to maintain a clear distinction between the finite and the infinite, preserving the sanctity and incomprehensibility of the divine as it is in itself. Spiritual Christianity provides a robust defense against the sensory opinions of theology and philosophy that stem from natural reasoning. These opinions often mistakenly start from the premise that space and time are essential properties from which all being is derived, leading to the conclusion that these properties must also belong to the divine being. This reasoning fails to recognize the fundamental difference between the finite nature of creation and the infinite nature of the divine, which transcends all temporal and spatial limitations. Many thinkers dignify space and time in relation to the divine by conceiving of the space that the divine being fills as an infinity of space, and the time through which he endures as an eternity of time. This reasoning leads to a form of naturalism that misinterprets spiritual realities. Spiritual Christianity's doctrinal perspective clarifies that these conceptions are fundamentally flawed. The teachings for spiritual Christianity emphasize that it is impossible for the finite mind to fully grasp what the divine esse, the divine being, is in himself. Instead, its approach is to state what Jehovah is not. When it attributes the terms infinity and eternity to Jehovah, these terms should suggest the absence of space and time rather than their presence in an extended form. Space and time are properties common to nature, but they are not present in the divine being. To express this absence, spiritual Christianity uses the terms infinity and eternity. Infinity means the complete absence of space or extension in Jehovah, while eternity means the complete absence of time or progression. These terms are strictly negative, indicating that the mode of Jehovah's being is neither spatial nor temporal. The teachings point out that as long as individuals believe that being cannot exist without the extension of space and the duration of time, they will fall into perplexities when contemplating the divine infinity and eternity. Natural reasoning grounded in space and time leads to absurd questions like, what was God doing before he began to create? Such reasoning fails to recognize the non-progressive nature of divine life. The truth, as articulated through the teachings for spiritual Christianity, is that infinity is the absence of all space or extension, and eternity is the absence of all time and progression. These properties exist only for the finite mind, produced by its imperfect reception of the divine life. Changes in state, that is, mental changes, and variations in love and wisdom, or the state of one's thoughts and affections, are essential for finite beings, but such changes cannot be attributed to the one perfect being, such as he is in himself. It's important to realize that all variations and changes are effects produced in the recipient of the divine life, according to its state of reception. Spiritual Christianity provides a profound understanding of divine infinity and eternity, distinguishing them from the finite properties of space and time. By using negation and carefully defining what Jehovah is not, spiritual Christianity avoids the pitfalls of natural reasoning that confound the properties of nature with the divine. This approach preserves the transcendence and incomprehensibility of the divine, highlighting that the finite mind's perceptions are mere reflections of its own limitations. The divine, as understood in this system of spiritual thought, remains an infinite, eternal reality free from the constraints of space and time, embodying a perfection that finite beings can acknowledge but never fully comprehend.